It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a showcase of shutdown defenses. It's the Broncos and the Jets, and it comes your way next.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And his throw is incomplete. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Bridgewater. This one swung out to Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes you're trying to find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
First down, Bridgewater. Open man, he completes it to Judy. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Bridgewater to throw it. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. First carry for Raquel Armstead. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range, no sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Sherman. And he fires one incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Sherman. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And, Charles, this defense, I have to imagine, kind of licking its chops when you get a chance to face a team that's lost 3 straight.
And my surprise was listening to their head coach in his weekly presser, because normally you and I see guys that get up there and say, everybody's a threat any given Sunday, that sort of thing. But he was asked if this might be a trap game, and he essentially said he didn't see anything to worry about. Now, normally you say that to your team, but you don't tell us. You definitely don't say it to the media.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. On fourth down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Shedding the tackle. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
3 yards to gain there. Second down. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. From the gun on third down, Sherman. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he is going to have a Jets first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Throwing on first down, Sherman. He'll check this one down to Carter. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. A handoff for Carter. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Sherman, and he slings one that's incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Sherman. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a big play that time by the Jets. They'll run with Carter. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. One more time with Carter. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. Sherman. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. They shakes him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. John Franklin Myers. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Quentin Williams, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. And here's Joseph Charlton now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Sherman. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Denver's offense now set to go.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. To throw is Bridgewater. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll be out right at the 35.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 2nd down and 3. Here's Bridgewater. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Bridgewater now. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing. Bridgewater keeps himself upright. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Jets have recovered.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
On 2nd down, a run with Carter. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And that will be incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
time to take a glance into what we've seen so far from Teddy Bridgewater. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He's got it to Williams. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Williams. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Throwing is Bridgewater. It's Williams on the catch. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Now Bridgewater. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They go back to the ground with Williams. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On the handoff, Armstead. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
To throw, Bridgewater. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Now on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. New York's offense back out there and set to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll start on the ground. Carter. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Draymond Jones. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Bradley Chubb able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here's J.K. Scott now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater over the middle, complete to Judy. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. Bridgewater. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. That's complete. Okue-Buna. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First down, Bridgewater. He completes this to Sutton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Bridgewater on 1st down. That is caught by Williams for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Now after After the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. Again, he'll drop to throw as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty. But now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Raiders who have the lead in that one. Brian Edwards, a touchdown reception. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And it's the visiting L.A. Chargers who are out in front. Austin Eckler with both of their touchdowns thus far as he's scored twice on the ground. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Broncos. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
And the Jets head out on offense here to start this 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd down. Sherman looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Sherman. Throw left side complete. That's Carter.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
On first down, Sherman. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Big play that time on the catch and run.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line. Off the play fake, Sherman. And this is caught. It's Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Carter. He will push his way down to about the 14. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A little juke. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Sherman. And he's got it. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets have once again taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. The lead is now 14-10. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Teddy Bridgewater and the Broncos ready to go on offense. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Second down at 5. Bridgewater to throw it. And this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Bridgewater. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's just go and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's got room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. To throw is Bridgewater. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Broncos have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. It seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Sherman.
They'll set up the screen to Carter.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation. But instead, they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The Broncos about set to go on offense.
And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Rodgers' numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. But graduated the Naval Academy, and back then you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. He'll get that complete to Alberto. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. To throw again on second down. Bridgewater throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Bridgewater got his man. It's Williams. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Another tote for Carter. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 3rd down, Sherman. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Here's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
77 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Out right, here's Erickson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, Bridgewater.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. To the air again with Bridgewater. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
On 1st and 10, Sherman looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. On 2nd down now, it's Carter, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Carter once more.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
They'll run on first down. It's Carter. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 45 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He'll dump this off to Carter, complete.
And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
Throwing on first down, Sherman. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Vic Fangio's thought about it, and he'll indeed throw the red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a complete.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Bradley Chubb getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Draw play, Carter.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
Offside. Defense. What happened?
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They'll try again now on 2nd and goal, this time from a bit closer.
On the counter, Carter.
This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Sherman. That's complete right around the 8. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back. preferably a takeaway.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
Their lead back down to one score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
Another go-around now for the Jets offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Shotgun snap and a give to Carter.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
From the gun, Sherman.
He's going to look deep for more.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to throw. Sherman. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit. Able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed.
Denver's offense ready to go again. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim 4th quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The Broncos send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So the Jets now down on the scoreboard. 1:50 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. He's back to throw. Throw right side complete to Carter. That catch good for only a couple. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
They'll look to throw.
That's complete to his running back, Carter.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown.
Elijah Moore.
41 yards.
And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Bridgewater. Incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively.
They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
Right, they'll have to be careful how they handle this. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got it both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Denver's offense now set to go.
They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now the first throw in overtime for Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And that is incomplete. Well, the defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
The Jets ready to get going again here on offense.
Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Bradley Chubb. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Fighting to stay upright. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Bradley Chubb, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Sherman, and bringing it in, it's Davis. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A huge play there in overtime.
The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Carter.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Looking to throw on second down. Sherman. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Not surprised it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
So for the Jets, they conclude the regular season with a final record of 11-6.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Denver,
it will indeed be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 7-10.
And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved.